Erie News Now investigates. Tonight, we have the emotional story of a daughter's devotion to her dying father. Korean War veteran Richard Slavin faced major health problems after his tour of duty. His daughter, Karen Ralph, was seeking disability benefits and continues to do so to this day. It's been a long and frustrating fight. And as we investigate, we are also remembering our veteran, Richard Slavin, in this week's special report and weekly series. Richard E. Slavin enlisted in the United States Army in November of 1951. He served in the 73rd Tank Battalion as a radio operator. He died last December at the age of 92, surrounded by his loving family. His final, gut-wrenching moments, unable to speak, but listening to his favorite song, "Oh Danny Boy."
He was a very proud Korean War veteran. He always wanted, he said, I want to live to be the oldest living Korean vet. You know, he just was so proud of serving his country.
Karen Slavin has put up a passionate fight, hoping to get additional benefits for her father. She believes her dad should have been classified with a disability of 100% as a result of his service in the Korean War. With that classification, her mother would now receive part of her dad's benefits.
There's so many veterans out there that don't have an advocate in their corner. But once I retired, I was like a dog with a bone.
Alvin Lovelace, the director of the McKean County Veterans Affairs Office, has copies of Richard Slavin's applications, deferred and denied letters from the VA. He also has a letter saying all of Mr. Slavin's records were lost in a fire.
The fire in St. Louis in '73 destroyed all U.S. Army records from H to Z.
Richard Slavin was married to his wife Civvy for 69 years. They had a son and 2 daughters. He was a 63-year member of the American Legion Post 742 in Fairview, then moved his family to Bradford in 1997.
When the enemy would jam the signal and piercing into his ears, and at that time they didn't give any ear protection for the veteran, for the serviceman, and unfortunately my dad lost his hearing as a result of that. Because when he came home from the war, he suffered terrible from allergies and bronchitis and that all the time. I mean, it was just every year, you know, it was sad to see him suffer like that.
And in part 2 of our investigative series tonight at 11, we're going to hear from the VA, to hear their opinion. We're also going to tell you about the Dependency Indemnity Compensation Act and the role the DIC plays in the search for benefits to eligible survivors and dependents of veterans who had service-connected disabilities or diseases. Richard Slavin, thank you for your service.